Good afternoon. It's Mike Millman live here at JP Morgan's Technology, Media, and Communications Conference in Boston. A gorgeous day for us to be hosting a great event. And I'm here and I have the privilege of introducing the founder and CEO of Stitch Fix, Katrina Lake. And I'm going to spend some time asking her great questions. I'm Mike Millman. I'm JP Morgan's co-head of equity capital markets for the Americas and global head of technology banking. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So Stitch Fix was named on 2008's World Most Innovative Companies. How would you describe your culture?
We have an incredible culture, and I think our culture is really one where we bring all these different worlds and perspectives together. And so at Stitch Fix, we are a personal styling business. We have stylists who are working alongside data scientists, and we have merchants who are working alongside engineers. And I think this culture of really recognizing kind of the contributions that we all bring and looking at the organization as one where we're all better together. And because we have all these diverse perspectives and all these diverse skill sets, I think is part of the secret sauce. And so I think we have a culture that's really strong, one where people can really feel like they can be their authentic selves, and a place where we really celebrate kind of innovation and diversity of thought.
And as CEO, how do you think about innovation?
Innovation is just like the lifeblood of moving forward. I think it's, if you're going to be a company that's going to be here for the long term, you have to evolve and you have to innovate and you have to change as consumer behavior is changing and as the world is changing. And so, I don't see it as a nice to have. I see it as something that we fundamentally have to be good at if we want to be here for a long time.
And you have an interesting purview in the world. How do you think about consumer behavior today?
The consumer behavior today is fascinating. I think there's never been a better time to start a company or do something different. We have clients who are 67 years old who are signing up for Stitch Fix on their iPads, and my mom, who is an immigrant, who can use Uber. And it's just like amazing how open to doing things in a new way people are today, and how technology has really enabled small ideas to be able to get great scale quickly. And so it's just this amazing time where people are so open to new ideas and new ways, and I think we're very fortunate to get to be part of that ecosystem.
Yeah, no, you've done just a fantastic job. And Stitch Fix today has over 5,000 employees. You had a very successful IPO in fall of 2017. Talk about your experience of building this company.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. I think with starting Stitch Fix, the idea was really that there was this benefit of personal styling, of this benefit of people who really knew you, people who really knew product, who could make great recommendations for you, and that was something that was really only accessible to kind of the highest end department stores, high ticket customers. And with Stitch Fix, it was, how can we use data, how can we use technology to make that concept scalable and address many more people and make it something that more of an everyday person can have access to. And so I think what started out as a dream year by year has built, and today we're very fortunate to serve 2.5 million clients out there, and we have $1 billion business doing that. And at the same time, I think there's still millions upon millions more clients that we're excited to serve, and a lot of market share out there that's still available for us. And so, every year has been very different from the last, but the way I talk about it, every day feels kind of like the day before. And so, even though it has been it's a great journey, and it's been a fast journey, but at the same time, I think we've really stuck to kind of our core principles of who we are as a company, and that's made it feel more smooth.
And what was your inspiration? Obviously, this is just a fantastic idea, I'm sure at some point, and now has evolved into a fantastic company. What was your inspiration?
There are a few inspirations, but I think certainly one around just the personal shopping and the kind of high-touch benefit of that, and how can we make that a more mass market concept. I think that was one. A broader one is just really, if you think about the enormous impact that technology has had on the world, of just how easy it is now to get from point A to point B, and how technology has enabled such a transformation in terms of the experiences we're having as consumers. And yet, what I looked at was like the problem of finding jeans is still the same age-old problem with no good solution. It's
Exactly.
like you can spend the whole day at a mall, you can have 30 browser tabs open and look at the inseam and look at the models and guess if that's going to be good for you. I mean, it's just like a really difficult problem to solve, even with today's online tools. And so I really felt like there was an opportunity to take some of this amazing technology that has enhanced our lives in so many other parts of our lives and apply it to apparel and apparel retail.
And so that's a great segue. So technology and data science clearly drive the model, right? And Stitch Fix has monetized that beautifully. How do you think about bringing together data science with human judgment?
It's such a good question, and it's such a core part of what we do. And I think our philosophy is that humans and the algorithm working together is so much better than either one alone. And so the way it works at Stitch Fix is that we have many data scientists, and one of the many things that they do is that they work on styling algorithms. So if you are a stylist and you are choosing things, you have this amazing tool where you know with a great deal of certainty this top has an 86% chance of working, and these pants only have a 20% chance of working, and that algorithm is really, really helpful to the stylist. And so, you know, it's hard to say how much of it is the stylist, how much is the algorithm, but the input of the algorithm helps the stylist to make great decisions, and then more importantly, allows the stylist to focus her time on the really human parts of the business. And so, if the stylist is able to be more effective and efficient in the way she's picking things, then she's actually able to, you know, to come up with ideas around how, like how your climate might be impacting you, or following up on how your kid's graduation was, or to be able to bring some of that human connection into the service. And so we see them as being really additive and not competitive. And you know, we've been really excited to be able to use the algorithm to really enhance the stylist and her performance, and also allow her to really do that human part of the business.
And Stitch Fix has, you know, rolled out just a series of very successful, innovative products. How do you think about where the business is going to go? How do you think about expanding the business?
Yeah, so there's, let's see, we think about growth in really three buckets. And so one is, I mean, first and foremost is that our awareness, even in women, about half of women in our target audience of the service. So the first bucket is really just like do exactly what we're doing and address more. Kind of what we improve our metrics, how can we improve our business, how can we make our business even better for our customers. And so extras, which is the ability to add basics like socks and undergarments to your fix, that's something that we launched recently. Style Pass, which is a way to make it more frictionless for our clients to get fixes. Those are two things that we've launched recently. And I think the broader umbrella there is really around flexibility of how can we make sure that Stitch Fix, the ways that you can interact with Stitch Fix are just as personalized as the service itself. And so that's kind of the broader umbrella of the innovation that we're seeing there. The third bucket is growth in new markets. And so men's and plus size, those are both examples of those. And so both men's and plus size actually, women, let's see, in the US, size 14 or higher. Think about long, you've delivered 25% year-over-year growth in the last 4 quarters, and how can we continue to sustainably grow at a, you know, at a healthy but sustainable pace, and those new businesses are a big part of what enables that.
Well, Katrina Lake, thank you very much. It's terrific to have you here at the conference. Thank you for being a partner with JPMorgan. She's had just a fantastic trajectory, and I think Stitch Fix has a very, very long runway. It's an honor to be here today.
Thank you very much for having me.